Right, I've had a drink and we're ready to jump into part 2 and pick up where we left up on why you thought season 2 of FIFA Mobile went wrong. So FMG, let's have a look. More compacts. No one buys. So why? Well, they do buy them. That's why they're there. It's quite a lot of people buy them. Maybe not so much on Twitter and YouTube, and I feel like on the social media community, there's a lot more free-to-play players on social media than there's pay-to-play. But you'll be surprised, more people pay on the game than they don't. And they're the stats I've seen before. There's more people who pay, who have bought FIFA points before, than people who haven't. And I think one of the things they tried to do with coins this year, obviously I'm not saying I agree or not, but I feel like coins, what coins are used for, have been slowly shifting. Coins are there for like training and leveling. The way EA, I feel, see coins, it's not that it's a currency to use for like packs and stuff, but it's a currency to use for leveling up, ranking up skill boosts, training cards. Like, coins are there for that. And then they also have the auction house, where you can use them if needs be. But I feel like EA look at coins as their primary use nowadays, to be used towards training rather than purchasing items. And also I feel they just, I do honestly feel it's also to stop those people who have got like billions of coins from being able to go mad. I do feel that's probably part of it. Why? Because there's a couple of people who've got hundreds of millions of coins, and they're like, when there's that many coins around, when the inflation of coins is so high, how much do you even sell the packs for? Just like your average pack costs like $1 million or $2 million, and then people who are wanting the coin pack so much can't afford them anyway. So it's like, I don't know. But yeah, I do feel like EA are trying to move away from coins being a thing you use for like packs and stuff, but more for upgrading players and stuff. Versus base and overall is unfair. Yeah, no, if you've worked hard to get your overall up, then you should get a reward for it because you've worked hard for it. So it just comes into the aspect of if people have just paid to go that much higher. Versus attack's fine to me. Should the bandings have branched out as the year went on? Yes, because now you've got people 200 plus against people 150 plus, and there's just no point there. So do I think it should increase the bandings? Yes. Would I like to see versus attack still remain in the mad PvP as well? Yeah, I think they should do that. Have PvP there for skill, have versus attacks. It's still short and quick and fun. Definitely needs a better engine though. A lot of bugs that, yeah, we've gone over that. Someone uses it by, they don't use it by mistake. They don't. The only people EA ban are the people that repeatedly abuse glitches, because it's lined out in the terms and conditions. If you abuse a glitch, you'll get banned. If people do it accidentally, like once, twice at a push, if it happens accidentally, they can tell. They know if people are using it numerous times, or if it's happened accidentally. They don't ban people who work by accident, no matter what I tell you. Gameplay more, better graphics, some say. Yeah, obviously that's all that stuff. It was the same as season 1. They reduced the graphics because the majority of the players haven't got phones that can play better graphics, and they wanted the game to be played on pretty much any phone that still works today. And they've always said like they want to go back up in graphics. It would be easier for them if they did have better graphics, because they're using like such an old engine that they constantly have to configure the code for mobile. If they were I think if they were using a better engine, there'd be less bugs, because the game would just be made for it. It'd be better designed for it. So I think it's just a case of them waiting until they're confident with how many people have phones that could run a better engine for them to go back up to it. They just don't want to cut so many people out, because heck, when you've seen that many people playing your game and spending, you don't want to cut them off. So yeah, graphics going up again. But it was the same as season 1, so it's not really what went wrong. Yeah, like, eventually always, you should just be able to grind. Well, I, to be honest, don't mind if certain things are capped at the top from FIFA what you need to pay. But at least, as long as you know, like we said before, give us a clear path at the start so we know what we're working towards, and then we can decide if we want to play it or not. Yeah, SBCs, it was nice when they came in, and obviously people were asking for SBCs for ages because they saw them on console and thought they were all fancy. They came in and people didn't like them. I don't think a lot of people knew what they actually were. I feel like they didn't realise that you had to give players in. They were all shot like, why have my players gone? Well, that's how SBCs work. If you're asking for them, you should at least know what they are. But yeah, then they just gave up with them. Like, after about a few weeks, like a month or two, it's just been the same one every week. It's like, okay, they don't really care about SBCs anymore. They've gave up with those. EA made it hard to get them. Like, first year was fun. You could mix. Icons weren't in the game season 1, so I don't. Did you even play? We didn't have Icon season 1, unless you. Yeah, they weren't even in the first season. These icons are new this year. But maybe you're talking about when they changed them from being the chapters to just being the SBCs as such. But yeah, like the first one is worth it. It made them more rare. We talked about icons in the other video. First of making his better graphics, more celebrations, more coin packs, bundle for a start. So yeah, better graphics. I hope they do, just because it'd be nicer to look at while playing. But that would just be whenever they know that there's enough people playing the game on better phones. More celebrate. I think celebrations would come more hand in hand with graphics, because the engine they're using, I forgot what engine it is. Is it like FIFA 07 or 08 or 09? It's a 10 or so year old graphic engine basically. So the game, when this was like a console game, PS2 or PS3, whichever one it was, probably PS2 looking at it, they didn't have more graphics then, so it's not like they can really. I feel like it wouldn't. They probably thought it's not worth adding celebrations to this build because it'd involve them to go back to animation, and they probably haven't even got the software used to make animation like this. It's that old. So I feel when they finally upgrade the engine again, new celebration will come hand in hand, because they'd already be part of that build. Because each year we get more and more celebrations in the engines of FIFA. More coin packs would be nice, but like I was saying earlier, I feel like EA are trying to move away from coins being for packs. Coins are for retro. And yeah, that, I guess we're here because it's what went wrong, and yeah, that'd be nice. Nice to just sit there and spend something on, even if just some coin packs just to spend when you're bored, because who doesn't like opening packs when you're bored, especially when it's low cost. And bundle for a start. Well, last year we got rewards at the start of the game, so I don't know what you said there. Repeated boring events, which sometimes give great rewards. Overall Delta was frigging used. Glitches, bugs, oversights. Yeah, we've gone over that. Coin pack. Some events where they're blatantly made it impossible for medium players to get good shit. Yeah. So you just, as long as, I don't even mind that, because it lets you have a rest from the game. As long as you know what you can achieve from the start, I don't mind. Training events offered a little excitement. Grinding 2 to 2 overall is much less boring than a new player. Yeah, like something the same. I agree the same. Training is its own worst enemy, because yeah, unless you really love the new design, there was little reason to care for new promos if the cards involved didn't excite you, because you could just train your players up. Then yeah, after promos ended, going, oh, I gained 2 overalls is a lot less boring than saying I gained this new player who's improved my team. So it definitely, and I think that's the main thing with me. I just got bored. I got to like 130 before World Cup, and I just got bored. I was just like, all I'm doing is increasing an overall. I'm not really seeing any actual improvement to my team. It doesn't feel any different. I'm just increasing an artificial number. And yeah, it was just that when untradeable chances. If a player's untradeable, make them achievable. Untradeable equal achievable. If they're tradable, yeah, make them unachievable. Because we could go buy them if we want to. Whatever the bot decides the price is. If someone wants it, they'll work up their way up. They just need to be achievable in some form, be it through the market or through grind. Yeah. Ads not... Yeah, it's a shame they didn't get that fixed. But however, ads on EA server based. ads are based with a different with the ad supplier who does it for like all mobile games and mobile sites and ad. I know at some stage I think they changed who they supported with them and they have been better, but it just varies for people. And obviously because it's an EA's game, it's easy to blame EA, and they should really, because maybe EA should be focusing harder on the ad company saying what you're doing. But yeah, the ads on EA server side, it's not EA's control, which is weird because it's EA's game. But yeah, constant bugs, yeah, just constant. I agree, there's been way too many favourite rewards suddenly turn into chance up. I mean, most of those have been correct apart from the few glitches. Events are too long, boring, look based rewards. Yeah, events have been much longer. They've been trying to do longer events this year, and I feel that's just a lot. The first half was probably because they were working on World Cup at the same time, which is essentially a full game in itself. So they were trying to make events last longer, so there was less to do, because we've had a lot less events this year. And if it's an enjoyable event, then it's okay. But there's a lot of events where they weren't that enjoyable, so it didn't work. Events are too long, boring, look-based rewards, recent matchmaking. To be fair, matchmaking's not bad. It's just at times, it's unfortunate at times, because the matchmaking does work. It's just if no one else searches close to you at the same time. Yeah, versus attack, I enjoy versus attack. Well, I was when I was enjoying the game, but if I'm not enjoying the game, then I'm not enjoying versus attack. And even if PvP comes back, I hope versus attack stays at the same time, because I prefer it. It's a minute and a half, you get it over and done with. Not having to play 10-20 minute full games. It's just not what I want from a mobile game. But I know people do, so it'd be nice if they do bring it in for people. Some events require too much grinding, poor versus bugs and glitches. Yeah, lack of communication. Campaigns have been longer or harder to be fun all year round. To be fair with campaigns, I feel lack of more campaigns. I wouldn't say campaigns is what went wrong with FIFA Mobile. I'd say that would fall into a wish category of saying we want more campaigns throughout the year, because everyone who enjoys that aspect said they enjoyed campaigns rarely. It's more just that we didn't get more campaigns. So what went wrong? We didn't get more campaigns. Yeah, because I was saying like Team Airs, everything else got last year. Things got refreshed. This year they didn't. We didn't get version 2, update 2. Could have got more. I suppose we got more in World Cup, which I guess they thought was satisfactory. Don't know. I'd agree that chance-based rules were the part. Yeah. Let's have a look. These have a conversation. Events that are based on luck alone. Yeah, we've gone over that. Not updating. Yeah. Anything? No. I'm sure there's stuff we're missing here. Accessing quick overall jump with pay to play. The engine graphics are already outdated. Yeah, they are. Well, actually, to be fair, it's only the engine in terms of gameplay. I think the rest of it all is very modern and looks nice. It's only once you jump into an actual gameplay or a skill is when you see it, because apart from that, if you're in the menus, you're seeing all the nice graphics. No career mode. Well, yeah, no one played it. No, hardly anyone plays career mode on console compared to Ultimate Team. And hardly anyone played it on mobile, which is why they got rid. Which is why we've got the game we've got now, because more people play this version. Uncut, yeah, it's just what's been said really. They need to find a point of balance where they're increasing, keep playing, stay in the game. What they do now might make them lots of money, but for long term, I'm not. Yeah, I agree. People get burnt out, and people slowly start leaving, and it adds up. I don't think Zardes had enough cards. Yeah, Zardes could have done with a few more cards, to be fair. Yeah, events, they do take a lot of time, but I feel they were boring. The real problem with events is that they got boring because you were doing it so much, but that's only if you're putting that much time into it. Like I said, I just got to that stage now where if I don't like the look of the event or I don't think it's worth my time, then I won't play it. Which has made my YouTube suffer, but enjoyment, entertainment in life comes first. What's the point? Like, and I'll agree with myself, and when you guys said it, like, my videos haven't been as good this year because my passion clearly hasn't been there, and I agree, the game's been boring. So I'm just looking forward to seeing what comes in season 3, seeing what happens, and trying to diversify my content more. And and just play stuff that I'm enjoying, so the videos come across better. Server connection unknown errors. Obviously, I'm speaking from being in England, and we've got pretty good internet here. But the servers are fine for me. The only time servers had an issue for me this year was pretty much around reset time during Team of the Year, because everyone was trying to log in. So only around the popular events really is the connection that's EA's problem, and the rest of the time it's the connection from you, your end. But also it'll be the connection from you to EA servers. So if EA servers are all in Vancouver and you're on the other side of the world, then yeah, there's going to be a higher ping, which could lead to server problems, and maybe they could put servers in other parts of the world. But for a mobile game, I can't see them doing that. It'd be great if they did, though. Be great if they did. But yeah, a lot of the time server issues, it's your end. Wider gaps, yeah, no plans. Well, the plans were basically the tokens and currency. They did it that way. They tried to simplify it. When we hit top corner of the post, referee blows the whistle to restart playing with another chance. Joke of the game, unsold till now. After when we hit the top corner of the post, referee blows the whistle. Well, yeah, you've missed. I've had situations where I've hit it, bounced down and scored. It just depends how quickly it comes, because it normally thinks, well, it's going to be quicker and more beneficial, and that's gameplay. Only one look, yeah, same. Too many look based, yeah. Personally feel for a mobile game it's very expensive for the return you get on packs. Yeah, it's very expensive. Like, packs are pretty much like minimum of £10 a time. But to be fair, mobile games are more expensive than console games. If you look at a lot of mobile games, they're damn expensive, and there's a lot of people, a lot of adults, a lot of businessmen who spend on mobile that don't have consoles because they can spend from the pocket in between meetings, and loads of mobile companies are latching onto that. They know people will do that and they'll pay from the mobile now. It's a lot of expensive, and obviously I don't agree with it. Well, whether I agree with it or not, it don't matter. This year I'm pretty much not going to spend much at all for season 3. I only spend stuff that feels worth it. So when they do value packs, if the pack looks worth it and it's a value pack, then I may buy it or not. But otherwise, yeah, it's just not worth it. I don't think it's right to compare it between console and mobile, because the audience is different in most situations. EA are constantly trying to get crossover to get console players playing mobile, but the majority of people who may play mobile don't really play console, so it is a different audience. Gameplay, yeah. The sooner they're confident they've got enough people playing the game on better phones, I think they will move. Will it be this year? I don't know. I mean, the way it feels lately, they worked on World Cup, and then they've done a few events since then to tie us over. We haven't heard it. We feel like, I'm hoping, well, what, Retro ends next week. We've got to hear something by the end of next week, surely. Because there was something in those packs. Now we can really know what's in the team packs before going. Yeah, overall that went wrong. Ranking up with, yeah, it just got silly. There was just little things that I'll just keep an eye on. So I saw what's obviously in there, and I agree. The grind doesn't feel like it. Yeah, I agree. Well, Muzzlemill played a lot during season 1, didn't play during season 2. A few points, but only one lack of coins, lack of promos, no new cars to chase, remove the sex. Just being offensive, but they removed sets, but they didn't, and they simplified sets. They removed unnecessary tokens like trophies and stuff, which, to be fair, I thought was easier management, but it was also useful for traders, because you could stock up trophies and then wait to sell them when they were needed. So it helped for trading. Rewards that we relied, I was hoping, well, look based events. Yeah, Dirk hasn't managed to get his Gertz, sadly. No sequence of companion, yeah. But that is what went wrong. That's what could have been better. Most of the guys gave my opinions to, so that's not, yeah, I'm trying not to repeat it. It's all moaning the same. I do feel myself personally, too many bugs, communication are the main 2 issues. Gameplay and stuff I feel is more, it's not so much what went wrong, but more what could be better, what could improve the game, rather than why it went wrong, because we already knew the graphics coming into it. We knew the graphics, it was the same as season 1. week tournament, there was a lot of changes with it, or then it just went back to the same way. But it did give people that chance of skill. People asked for skill based, and they gave it as close as they could with the first system, doing the nicer overall. And people still weren't happy. So it's like, what do you actually want from it? But yeah, for me, it just got too repetitive. Training skill boost and rank up stuff hurt free to play. Yeah, because it just made it. I think these and the gap wasn't as big, but this season the gap in Overworld is just huge, and the majority of the cards were unattainable. Yeah. So a balance between. If they can bring back PvP, I think it would solve a lot of issues, because the people who want that can go do it, and then the people who want versus attack can go play it. It's just because at the moment there's not price caps in the market, bots running the market. Well, they've got to do that to stop coin sellers, because the old FIFA mobiles prices were ridiculous because of coin sellers, and if you were an honest player, you were just getting screwed over because players were unobtainable due to the prices, because of how cheap coins were. So they had to bring this in. It'd be nice if they made the price caps visible, because we know they're there. It'd just be nice if they actually made the price caps visible. That would help newbies, because unless you're on social media, you probably got no idea how the market works, and you probably sat there thinking, why aren't my players selling? It'd be nice if they showed the price caps. Gap, yeah, it's all the same. Missing equality of opportunity. Some events he's sort of designed in a way you can't advance unless you buy. Yeah, well, that's the P2P free to play divide. Lack of content intermittently. If you do not have daily players, events should be prestige. Treasure, the more you can go out, the more rewards you advance more. Yeah, well, they did it with like versus attack, and then they tried to limit it so people couldn't do stuff too quick. But last year you could sort of just grind versus attack all day and keep climbing up the divisions and not have to stop and then come back another day. Store packs, yeah. Well, a lot of this is just people saying it's too expensive. But like you're saying on the other video, understand what you can achieve and you'll enjoy it more. And if you don't spend, you'll get it. And if you don't play, EA will see the numbers drop and they'll look to change things and try and bring people back. But if you keep playing when you're unhappy, then EA just sees someone that's playing, grinding. It takes that time, it does. But I feel that that's there for the people that want to grind. I don't, so I don't. Teammates block, yeah, that teammates blocking shot. It's not as bad as it used to be in season 1. But yeah, just gameplay. However, let's see. However, ultimately, the game is still is fun, but really I wish that the game could be less buggy and glitchy. I agreed. This is one of the only sorts of entertainment for footballing fans, so I really do hope. I agree. Since you used to play on the other end, yeah, that's just normal stuff. Team is too hard to collect. Yeah. If we're able to choose kits, well, yeah, but for versus attack, it's a minute and a half. You'd spend longer choosing kits, so I couldn't understand why they got rid of it. Trying to streamline the process. If they do add PvP in at some stage, I think they would bring that options back. But it's not really needed for that. Yeah, they did. They made it into card collecting game, and I prefer it myself. But I know some people don't. But we're going to wrap it up because I think we've been over everything. We feel like we're just repeating a lot of this now. But do leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new here. Come follow me on Twitter at joebilineHD, and I'll see you all later. Peace.
But behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.